So I'm here in Glazier's Hall at the Tej BIA event. It's an incredibly relevant event to what we do at Prism Ventures. I'm always excited to come to the BIA events because it is a focal point for the industry where the best and the brightest always come. The event today was packed out. You could hardly get a seat. And the audience, the incredibly knowledgeable, informed audience, was avidly listening, asking questions, and really promoting a lively, real, active debate. So I think that the UK has already put itself in pole position in terms of initiatives like the UK Biobank, and really having a forward-thinking view to say, how can we use the advantages of our healthcare system and our academic excellence to bring those together to invest into assets of the future, but data-related assets and analytic-related assets that are great investments for the country for years and years to come. So I think they've done a fantastic job from an infrastructure and data perspective. I think that more could be done in terms of then translating that data and realizing the potential for it into areas like precision medicine and other areas of sort of frontier technology within healthcare. I see other investors across the globe looking at what's been done here and seeing how forward-thinking it was, and there are many people, who the credit goes out to on that at a government, NHS, and an academic level. But I think it's incredibly important now to back up that potential with the scale of capital to realize companies that are generated and spun out of that kind of data pool. So we, as a biotech and a tech bio investor, investing globally, it is incredibly important. Actually, there was a great point raised today at the BIA's event where data for the sake of data, I think, it isn't enough, was the essential point. How do you realize the value out of that? And I think in order to do that, you need both the right profile of entrepreneurs, the right profile of business models, and the right profile of investors to convert the potential of data pools through to actual biomedical applications that are then commercializable, that can be IPO'd, and that can attract a scale of capital. So it's very related to what we think about at Prism Ventures. We are tech biotech investors. We try to build our own understanding and map of the universe of verticals within the healthcare and life sciences space. And that means going beyond just therapeutic assets, looking to supporting verticals, enabling technology verticals, and really understanding the universe of potential investment areas. And I think, as I mentioned on the panel, it's in a sense, the US has been very, very good at doing this and building a scale of capital and intelligence of investors who understand that market map. I think we could be better at doing it here in Europe as investors. I think the standout take-home learning for me is how relevant this discussion and the topic of this conference is. That we have a really active community of academics, entrepreneurs, launching new business models and new technologies in this space. And you only really feel that when you're in the room. And you only really get a sense of how some of the leading lights in the industry are thinking about it when you hear them sit on panels, say what they think, and give speeches. So again, I would say it is that coming together of all of these different elements of the tech bio ecosystem that for me is very, very helpful and illustrative of where we are in this kind of in the development of this ecosystem. In terms of what makes BIA events different for me, you always get you don't feel like you're coming to a gigantic event where you are delegate number 1 of 1,000. it always feels intimate. That's probably the word I'm looking for. And I always feel like I'm part of a community that's doing something. And I always find it very easy then to speak to other members off the conference. I'm not sitting at the side having a cup of coffee, hoping I'll get to talk to somebody. I approach others, I get approached so actively through the day that time flies by. So it's that intimacy that I think is great. I hope the BIA events don't lose that. I take a lot of value from that.